The revolution will not be televised. The revolution will be live.
Great things, my fellow warriors, born me Cannibal, and today it is with a heavy heart that we're going to address the issue of Mr. Boseman, Chadwick Boseman death. And I'm at loss for word. I decided to wait a few days to process this thing and let the hype pass by, even though it's still in the middle of it, to make a video about it. And for that matter, I'm not going to monetize this video. It's just a video that I felt the need to make, not to pander to anything or to look for attention, but to express my true feeling. And it's weird, it's no family to me, I know, but it probably just testified of how much admiration and respect I had for this man. And he had built a pretty sturdy and strong legacy with those biopic, as in terms of movies like 42, the Jack Robinson, the James Bond movie, and so on. And obviously the epic Marvel movie, superhero movie, Black Panther, which is what took his fame and to the next level. And because many of us didn't probably pay much attention to him until the epic Black Panther movie. And yeah, it is really disturbing to think that this whole time, since 2016, he kept it to himself, you know, and shielded us, if we can call it that way, because I want to believe that's one of the reasons why he decided to keep it to himself, to shield people who he is inspiring or who care for him from the pain that he was going through. And the other reason may have been for people not to see him through a different lens, and, you know, to treat him no different than his regular self. And still, man, like, it's crazy knowing that you're dying and nothing you can do, and you just get to do as much as possible before your last breath is taken. And it's really sad, man. When I got the news, man, like, I just, like, yeah, I was in a conversation with a friend of mine that I haven't talked to in a long time, and then I kept on seeing on my phone Chadwick on many feed on YouTube, and I was like, what's up with this guy? And I had a few alerts on my phone as well for some newspaper, and I kept on seeing Chadwick. That was probably that he got something in the work coming. And then I mean, at the end of the conversation with my friend, I decided to check it, and I'm like, they say Chadwick Boseman dies at the age of 42 or 43, because it keep on changing depending on who is reporting. I'm like, oh wow, did you hear that? He's like, yeah, I told you. I'm like, nah, I didn't know. That's it, man. Then went to bed, just started thinking about it the whole night. When I listened to one of the speech, and afterward, like a portion of the interview at where he was relating the story of those two kids that were waiting for the movie to come out. They were holding on to, they were in late stage of cancer, dying, and they were holding on to the idea of watching the Black Panther movie before they passed away. and they couldn't. They died before the movie came out, so he was emotional at that point. And to think that he was sick at that time, and knowing that that might be his fate, it's just, and he's always kept a smile and the heroic straight face. I can't think of anything else to qualify him but a superhero. That's a real life hero right there. Like, it tells of his character, uh, his charisma, which we all saw. Yeah, that's tough right there. That's a tough guy, really tough guy. I don't know if I could ever do that, behave the way he did, but I think from now on, that's something I would aspire to behave as. Yeah, that's really good in this day and age where we want to share our grievance and share everything online, and I would think it's human nature to look for compassion to help you go through that, through such burden. But he decided just to carry it inside, and yeah, and I think looking back, you might see that something was there, something heavy that but he still, even though he kept a smile, he was very serious in the way he carried himself, which I thought was probably part of the way he is. That's his nature. But looking back, he might have just been that inside, like, eating him up and trying to contain, maybe at time felt the need to share it with us, but still felt that he needed to keep it for the greater good, because obviously now that he has kept it to the end, it has a better effect, inspire even better, the people that look up to him, as opposed to sharing his last day alive with us, and we patiently waiting for him to fade away. So it was a big shock, but I think it had a bigger impact. And probably personally, my last few months or weeks, I would have probably shared it just to get maybe some compassion. That's why I have so much respect for him, because I'm like, damn, would I have been able to just keep it? Like, even though my close family know it, is it enough? Especially if I inspire a lot of people, I would have liked to share, with people that, that have been looking up to me and stuff like that. My last day, But it's just, yeah, it's sad, man. It's really sad. The good that die young, I guess it's true. I have no idea who he was personally, but for as far as I know, I have never heard any drama related to his personal life, or any what you call 'em, what you call those things? Yeah, like no Hollywood drama around his name. He was always about that work ethic, and he did so much, man, in the last few years preceding his demise, because he knew so. And even his co-workers, they didn't know that he was sick. Can you believe that? Like, even like on the set of Spike Lee latest movie, The Five Bloods, which is another movie that I would suggest people to watch. And I don't want to go much in the details, not to spoil the movie. But for those who watch it already, you already know the outcome of it. So it's just it's pretty sad, man. It's pretty sad because he was such a good actor. And before I finish this video, let's talk about the Black Panther, man. I think that's one of the reasons why I felt so attached to this actor, because he portrayed it so well. Black Panther represents so much for black people, and again, in this day and age where everything is all about race, it's just about positivity. I'm talking about for this group of people that don't really get to be excited about much, in general, when Black Panther came out, you could see that collective energy, that I even made a video, movie review about the Black Panther, and I'm not a movie channel. That's how much I enjoyed and was inspired by the whole creative aspect of the movie. The actors, the culture, and the story were pretty decent. It's just like, yeah, man. Like I said, like so many young kids, young black kids could have a superhero that they could look up to. Wakanda forever. When asked if you get tired from doing the Wakanda sign, he was like, nah, I'll do that as long as I can, as much as I can. And looking back, he wondered, as long as I can. Then he didn't know, he knew that he didn't have much left, and still kept smiling all the time. It's creepy and sad and nice. It's a bunch of mixed feeling at the same damn time, man. And yeah, he was just an epic character, epic persona. And I also mentioned he made us grown men feel like kids for the movie. We were excited about it, and made the young kids aspire to be kings. And that's pretty dope. That was pretty dope for the culture. I'm not gonna drag any longer. Just trying to share my perspective on the events and how it affects my life. I'm not expecting it to affect most people the same way, because we all relate to each other and to other people on a different level. But as of myself, he did mean, or his character that he played in the Black Panther, and the whole energy that emanates from it means a lot to me. So I was very saddened and devastated when I heard of his death, and still are. I know everything's gonna be alright, of course. But yeah, it's a great loss, man, and may he rest in peace. And one of my favorite lines of his in Avengers was lock away the city, get your defenses, and get this man a shield. With an accent. I don't want to sound funny. Lock away the city, get your defenses, and get this man a shield. Wakanda forever. Rest in peace, Chad. And like you say in your own word, death is not the end. It's just a stepping off point. Rest in peace, man. Crazy. Well, one day we all will go. I just wish I'm able to do as much as he did before he leaves. Leave some comment. Let us know how you relate to Chadwick Boseman. And like I said, I'm not expecting all of you to relate the same way, but share your feeling about his death, and yeah, let us have a pleasant and positive conversation out there. Salute, man.
Evacuate the city. Engage all defenses. Get this man a shield.
Bombay!